Hi guys and welcome to Greasy Monkey Motor Vlogs, and today we're checking out the commuting capability of the Hero Impulse. So let's go. Okay, so it's 12:15 now and I'm headed to college and I gotta be there by 12:25 and it's 12:15 if you can see. I'll be testing it as a commuter on this 4.5 kilometer stretch of road that is from my house to my college, which is filled with potholes. I know it might seem really weird when I say that I'm testing this off-roader as a commuter. Okay, so a bit of trivia about the Hero Impulse. It's India's first off-road bike, but it has been discontinued now, so balls I guess. It's our favorite segment of the day again, and that is... And as always, we are fueled up and ready to go. Okay, so like I was telling you, the commuting capabilities of this actually makes no sense because who wants to commute with an off-roader, right? And that's why maybe Hero discontinued this bike. But look at this. It's comfortable as fuck. And considering how I live in India, which is a place which is known for its famous potholes, I think this bike will be a great the acceleration on this thing is crazy. I'm doing like 80 right now. And the brakes are great as well. Only has a front disc brake and the rear one is a drum. But then the brakes are really nice. Like they stop where you want them to stop. See? Right at the stop line. The thin profile of the bike makes it so easy to filter among traffic. And look at it. It's actually really fast. The suspension is magical. Like this has the longest fork ever in the history of Indian bikes, and it really shows. But even though some might think that the thin profile of the bike might actually help in filtering, but then I'd have to point out that these mirrors and the handlebar is a bit wide, and it's actually wider than my Yamaha R15 version 2. But then the rest is just magical. Ah, look at that. This is the kind of stuff you can do on this motorcycle that you can't do on the other ones. Okay, and this is where the off-roading starts. Now, this road to the left of me is one of the worst roads I've ever encountered, and I need to get over this. And I need to, oh fuck, man. So see, that's where it starts. And look at it. If I would have taken that bump on my R15, I would have been somewhere else other than the road. And look at it, this is so comfortable. And this bike is so light and nimble. It's like you can do anything with it. It feels heavenly. Like generally when I come in the mornings to college, riding the R15 on this road is a bitch. And it takes me so much time. But on this one, feels like a breeze, and it's so very comfortable. Like my back doesn't feel even a bit stressed. The riding position is good, the riding height is magical, and the acceleration is just boom. And the tires are grippy as fuck as well. Like these are the stock tires. Now I don't know why this bike didn't ever make it and why Hero had to discontinue this bike. Maybe it's because of bad marketing, but I think it's a really good looking and really well performing bike, which gives you everything you need to ride on Indian roads on a daily basis. Even though the top end is a bit on the lower side, and I think it tops at 110 or 115, yet the way this deals with bumpers and potholes is just something else. For roads which we ride in, like Indian roads, this bike is pretty much the best option you have. You can effortlessly go over potholes with this one, and the bike won't even complain a bit. I'm gonna go through this one as well. See? Absolutely nothing. I make my own damn road. stop here and show you the surroundings. Just look at this place. Just look at it. And the bike in the midst of it. This feels peaceful, doesn't it? And that's what you're signing up for when you buy one of these. But unfortunately, you can't buy one of these anymore because Hero discontinued them, like I said. But think of it this way. Think of it as a day when maybe I've had a bad day at the office, maybe I've had a bad day at home, maybe I've had a bad day at school, college, whatever. And you just want some alone time, you just want some peace time. You want to go off the grid. And you want to ride. And you want to go someplace where no one is looking at you, no one is judging you. Someplace where you actually feel in touch with nature. And this is one of those places. Can't see even one person around, just that one guy who's like, well, whatever. But like, there's no one around. There's no sound except the sound of the engine revving, which I should switch off by now. And this is what an impulse is, you know. This is what an off-roader gives you. It lets you go anywhere. It lets you go somewhere where others can't. You can't even come here with a Jeep or a Land Rover. Think of it. This is like this small a stretch of road. Would you be able to fit a Jeep inside it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But think of it. Do you mind this view? Is it that bad? Or would you just like to stop here, maybe think in silence? Doesn't it just feel that, you know what, I feel that no one's watching me here, no one's judging me here. And that is the kind of thing that the impulse lets you have. It's going to take you there, and it's going to make sure you get there, and it's not going to stop until you get there. And that's why I love this bike.